The sky. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about the sky. But first, let me explain why. As you can see in this video, I'm working on a nice painting, which, by the way, I'm recording the audio for this without even looking at the video that I'm gonna make. So I apologize if I am just not keeping up with it. I just wanted to focus on the talk. Anyways, I think the painting's turning out nice. I'm working on the sky. The painting is gonna be symbolic. It's gonna have some deeper meaning, you know what I'm saying? The sky is a big part of that. So you'll definitely see that as I paint on, or maybe you'll have some ideas on that. Also, what is sparking this conversation, monologue that I'm having with you is that I had a semi-thoughtful, brief conversation with a good friend about this sort of subject, you know, the sky. And it never really left my mind. So here I am, yabbing on the internet. I promise this talk will be more than just, you know, like a boring like podcast rant or something like that. I'm betting there's some cool perspectives toward the end and maybe I could share with you. Maybe you think they're cool. They're probably not cool, but hey, stick around and see if they are. Yeah, so please allow this Christian artist to yap incessantly about a thing that we all see, hopefully daily: the sky. The sky is cool for obvious reasons. Like, for one, it helps us. I don't know what comes to mind when I mention that, but take, for example, rain. Aside from the obvious, rain has a nice side effect of cooling down the environment. And maybe you think this is obvious, like, duh, wet rain, fall on hot land, make cooler. But rain also takes the heat when it evaporates because, you know, like water cycle and stuff. Rain also causes something scientists call splashing erosion. I'm nerding out this episode. I mean, this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm talking about, right? So anyways, apparently splashing erosion is the most common type of erosion, which I never knew. And rain also causes the most splashing erosion. So rain shapes the earth. Sure, in a small way, but you know. And rainwater feeds the plants, lets animals drink. It's cool. It's just cool that it comes from the sky, you know, like a lot of important factor of life comes from the sky, just like lightning, which, believe it or not, is also functional. I don't know if you know this, but personally, I love lightning, and I don't know if you know this, but they participate, in a thing called the nitrogen cycle, which I don't know if you know what that is, but basically, lightning takes nitrogen and puts it back into the soil for plants to use, because yes, plants do use nitrogen, like beans and stuff like that. I don't know. Anyways, lightning is also just cool, so there's that. I once saw a lightning storm over a desert in Colorado, and it was probably one of the most amazing weather events that I've ever seen. I haven't seen one since. I really want to see one again. But anyways, lightning also can set fire to forests, which in and of itself, not cool. Don't condone that. Don't set fire to forests, please. But, and this is a big but, for trees like the giant sequoia and like long leaf pines, I think they're called, they need fire. It's like a necessity for survival and reproduction. The seeds can't spread or something like that. I don't know, look it up, you have the internet. But lightning helps with that. Also, you know, like electrical balance in the atmosphere and ozone stuff. Whatever, I don't know, I'm not a scientist. But rain and lightning both come from clouds, which are in the sky, and they're also useful for stuff like shade, and I'm sure there's some climate biome stuff that you could say with like cloud coverage. I don't know, I'm not smart enough for that. Another thing that's in the sky is the sun. I think that's pretty much self-explanatory how the sun is useful to us. I mean, you know, pure energy beams down on us all day long, strong enough to like burn us, and I mean, we get a ton of light from it as well. You know, we could tell time from the light, also from the sun's position, kinda. You ever like put your hands up in the sky when it's like sunset to see how long it is from sunset? I don't know, just me. Okay, the night sky also has, you know, things that we can tell time in it, like the moon. We can tell the month from the moon. We can tell the seasons from the stars. Also, there's like constellations and stuff like that. But also stars help with navigation, like the North Star, I guess. I don't know how that works. I'm not a sailor, but that's a useful thing, you know? Now that I'm on the topic of stars, I want to transition to this notion of how the sky is beautiful. For example, stars. I'm sure you've seen stars, probably like once or twice in your life. I don't know. They're very beautiful. When I go to Mexico, in the small country town where my grandparents live, you can see pretty much the whole Milky Way. It's amazing. It's a dream of mine to actually one day see an aurora borealis, which is also a thing in the sky that's beautiful. Even things like the full moon, beautiful, beautiful. I went to Italy one time and it was cool, you know, seeing the Italian landscape, but seeing that big full moon over it, it was amazing. And even going beyond that for a moment, what we see presently in our sky, beautiful and magnificent things in deep space. To me, one of these is black holes. I used to be, I guess I still am, a space nerd, and I am obsessed with this void in the void, this darkness and doom, impossibility that is a black hole, where physics break down and time and light bend to its will. Nothing can escape it, return from it, or know it. And it just stands there menacingly. It's so cool. And nebulas, also beautiful. Like, they're like sunrise clouds of space. They're so pretty. No pun intended. Sunrise, because the stars come out. Anyways, look at this nebula. Look at this nebula. You've seen these nebulas, but look at this one. That one has an eye. Tell me that's not a biblically accurate angel. Anyways, all this beauty is so exponential as well to me, because the universe is expanding. Each day there's more new things and biblically accurate angels that are being made within the universe and the universal expansion. Anyways, back to Earth and its sky. Seasons. Seasons are beautiful. Seasons are brought about by this, you know, atmospheric conditions and stuff. So as a result, they are a kind of indirect fruit of the sky. So yes, it fits. Anyways, let me yap about the seasons. It's hard to say with my full chest right now, honestly, because I'm recording this when it's still cold out. But winter is beautiful. It's hard to admit, but I'll do it. The snowflakes are all unique. Icicles are like frozen tears for just how cold it is. Colorful little birds, they always seem to pop in the purity of the snow. I have some ideas for some snow paintings. I really love how it looks in the winter. Anyways, spring is an obvious one. You know, my favorite for a few reasons, but all the flowers, the new life, it's so pretty. Even the weather is beautiful in spring, in my opinion. I don't know. Autumn is cool too. Colorful leaves. I really do like autumn, seeing all the beautiful trees turn into flowers for a couple weeks. It's pretty cool. It's amazing. But back to real weather, I guess, and like directly sky things. There's a lot of beautiful things out there. Like, just think of golden hour, which is so cool. Is a daily occurrence. I mean, if you catch it, right? Or weather events like a lightning storm that I was talking about. I'm personally a big fan of a big rain or thunderstorm. I think those are awesome, because not only do they come riding on castles of clouds and it's like this cool spectacle, but they also give us experiences like the white noise of rain when you're trying to fall asleep, or like the opportunity to run out in the rain and just go feral. Me and my siblings do that all the time. The terror and the thrill of thunder during a storm peak. And then after everything is washed in rain, it's so much more vibrant and beautiful. Maybe you even catch a glimpse of God's bow in the sky. It's just, don't get me started on fog. Don't get me started on fog. That's what started this whole idea, honestly. When I look at fog, sure, it can be ominous, but I think it's really cozy, honestly. Maybe that's just me being the most likely to die in a horror setting, but I'm not scared of what ifs, you know? I just like to see the beauty in things. Clouds are also a strong point of mine. The beautiful forms of them, the towering castles of cumulonimbus, sheets of stratus, swirls of the cirrus clouds. I mean, 90% of my artwork is clouds, so they're magnificent. Just trust me. The sunsets on Earth. I sound like an alien. Sunsets are beautiful too, obviously. I mean, everyone knows this. If you're also seeing my art, 90% of that is also sunsets. So it's just so colorful and unique, and it's just, I can't get enough of them. I never can. I always take a picture. Which leads me to my next topic, which is the lead up for all this yapping, is this idea. Because we see the sky is functional and it's very beautiful to us as well, the sky is symbolic. The sky is very symbolic to us. Sunsets, when you think about it, have been a universal human experience. Any person in any point of time has sat down to look on, ponder, enjoy, I don't know, whatever you want to do at sunset time. They enjoyed the sunset or sunrise at some point. Everybody has done it. To me, this notion of universal human experience is found everywhere, but let's focus on the sky as a whole topic for another video. Man has always looked at the sun, touching the horizon with awe, honestly, almost looking at it as a sort of daily reminder and a daily reward. And to me, as a Christian, a daily reminder of God's goodness and faithfulness. Regardless, this is a miracle that's been happening since literally day one, and all humans take some kind of significance to it. That's the coolest thing to me. Another thing like this is that we do this thing that we like to do. We make art in the sky, which means basically like, you see clouds that, oh, that one looks like a pig, or that one looks like a cloud. Everyone does that. I'm sure everyone's always done that. It's a universal experience. Just trust me, bro. Either for fun or as a form of prediction as well, with looking at the clouds, or more like symbolic things like fortune telling. I mean, you can look at the clouds and predict weather, but they used to fortune tell off of it. I mean, Aunt Wu from Avatar. I mean, you've all seen Avatar. You know the episode. Well, except you. Sorry, dude. The point is, we all use the sky as symbols. We probably see this most historically, like in things like comets or like eclipses, stuff like that, where people see it as an omen or a reflection of events. Hell, even Jesus' crucifixion. They said that the sky went dark for a while when he died. Which actually, if you go back astronomically, here's me being a nerd again, it literally did go dark because there was a solar eclipse at that exact time. Isn't that amazing? Anyways, blood moons too, earning more of like a goth, evil like reputation. I think those are cool. I really want to see one. I haven't caught one somehow. Anyways, full moons, just regular full moons that, like I was saying before, beautiful. And they have symbolism to them too. Like some of them earn names like Harvest Moon or Hunter Moon or Snow Moon. And if you're thinking, well, oh yeah, that's them olden people. Like, they don't know science. They're superstitious. You literally do this too. You do this too. Yes, you. Because weather is not exempt from this symbolism. We often let weather like affect our mood, or like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, it's gloomy out. Sure, if it's raining, you're not gonna go outside, but it's gloomy out, maybe you feel a little more down. So don't act like you don't attach no symbolism or significance to like the sky, okay? All right? Everyone does it. Anyways, talking about the dumb ancient people who didn't know science, the sky and a general religious sort of thing was always a sort of indicator for people from the gods or whatever. Like for example, if the rains were good and it's not flooding, oh, your God is happy. Your God must be pleased with you. Or if it's flooded or dry or whatever, there's a famine, your God is angry and needs to kill something, I guess. Or, on a broader level, on a broader sort of spectrum, the sky has always, and I guess will always, be a sign and vessel of providence from above, as well as a sign and vessel for judgment on high. I mean, look at Sodom and Gomorrah. Hello, the great flood. I mean, come on, symbolic. Lastly, I kind of want to portray this idea that all of this yap has kind of been dancing around, which is the notion of heaven. Now, let me string it all together, okay? I have today, in this talk and in this video, pointed out the idea that all life and beauty comes from above in one way or the other. All the energy, light, life, beauty, as we know and enjoy it, is from the sky. And I'm saying, there's nothing else that's beautiful, but it comes from the sky. It's because the things that we get from the sky. Anyways, you get the point. You're smart. I think that's why most people think of praying upward or looking upward is praying up to heaven, or even cursing up. I think of Zuko in the storm. Again, it's Avatar. Sorry, dude. Sorry to the one person who hasn't watched Avatar. So we humans look up from where we see immense beauty and providence and life and light, and we figure that if we get to the source of that, or, what must be beyond that, is the source of that, and that's where God must live in, one form or the other. The source of it all. I think that's really why we think of heaven as being up exclusively, and conversely, hell being down on earth. Really, it's neither, because it's a different dimension, but that's another video. Anyways, knowing what heaven is, which is the dwelling place of God and heavenly beings, makes the symbolism of heaven being up above the sky so much more beautiful to me. Because think of all the beautiful and mystical things that I described in these videos, like the moon, the aurora, the deep space stuff, all the things that also help us live, like the rain and stuff, and just everything that causes us like wonder and joy. Just imagine the symbolism that God is pouring down these things for us daily. Like he's up above there, pouring down these things for us, and gifting us like little rainstorms to run in, or sunny days to lounge around, or fog to stare in and wonder at. All for nothing but his delight and our delight. For me, this makes the sky so much more beautiful and enjoyable. The opening of Psalm 19 speaks exactly on this. It says, "The heavens declare the glory of God. The skies proclaim the work of his hands. Day after day, they pour forth speech. Night after night, they reveal knowledge. They have no speech, they use no words, no sound is heard from them, yet their voice goes out into all the earth. Their words to the ends of the world. Yeah, anyways, that's really all I want to say. The sky is beautiful, and I hope you really go and think about how beautiful it is. I mean, you see the sky every day. Maybe you don't look up and like, oh, it's beautiful or whatever. It still is, and I think it's a lot more fun to enjoy that, right? Don't you agree? Even if you don't agree with me with my ideologies or whatever, I just hope that you can enjoy a sunset better and imagine yourself at the dawn of humanity enjoying a colorful sky with some of your, I don't know, your fellow caveman buddies. But yeah, thank you for watching, by the way. I did paint in this video. It's kind of my thing. I'm really liking the way this is turning out. In total, this portion of the painting probably took me like 6 hours of added up time. I record most of it, but sometimes I just, man, screw it. I'm just gonna paint, you know? All I can say is that light is hard, and deciding on one idea is hard. You saw me switch back and forth between ideas. My bad. But stick around. If you're new, subscribe, because next time is the water. Yeah, anyways, I'm done yapping. Thanks. Now go. Look at the sky with awe of the Lord, because that's what it was made for. Farewell.